Maybe some of you remember that during the fall we were doing some work on the van, and I hear that there's some action going on over there right now, so let's go check it out. You want to go on the roof?
It happened that rust is like tumor. Came back. So right now I'm changing the rust converter with a different one, because apparently the one of last year didn't work. Add the rust converter and now I'm adding the paste. I wish we could have got rid of this rust, but unfortunately we didn't. So we are here again.
Sheila got a little gift from Paulina. A new necklace. It's still a GPS. And no longer a big clunk. It's more just like a necklace. And speaking of things that I would like to put a GPS on, right here outside the little work shed, I have a little security camera. And there has been a little nightly visitor. You have to see it, it's so cute, I show you. We named him Filippo. One day he will be my best friend. Almost 35 degrees today. I made a little nook for Sheila because it's so hot, and somehow she loves to be in here. She has her little water. Shasha, it's hot today, huh? It's hot. Today is such a strangely beautiful day. In the last video you saw, we were in Italy, and it was quite ironic because a couple of days after I finished filming, of course, I felt something in my breast. And the whole time I was editing that video and knowing I was gonna put it out there that like, look at me, I am without cancer, without chemo, I'm feeling fantastic. And while editing it, I felt a tumor growing in my breast again. So yeah, that was a bit ironic and very much my reality. From the moment I had the first feeling, I really didn't want to tell anybody. Not even Cesare, even though he was there with me in the camper, because I felt that the moment I tell anyone, that's the moment that it becomes real. And I was so not ready for it to already be back so soon. Yeah, I managed to go, I think, 24 hours until Cesare kept asking me, you know, what's on your mind? I can see that something is really on your mind. Are you okay? And then I told him, and then, yeah, it was real. This is just one of those liquid cat snacks. And I decided to put it in the freezer, so it became an ice cream. You happy? The day after arriving back in Berlin, I was at the hospital and I had an ultrasound which confirmed that this time I have 2 tumors in my breast, which I have never had before. It's always just been 1. So then, of course, immediately becomes the big question that determines everything is it just in the breast again, or is it again also somewhere else? Oh, so satisfying. And so a couple of days later, I was scheduled for a CT. This is now the moment that we are in the in-between time. We are waiting for the results of the scan. What did you do to your water bowl? Yeah, what happened here? You're weird. This period of time, people usually refer to as having Scanxiety. Anxiety connected to waiting for the results of a scan. And somehow that I don't have that at all anymore makes me think that there's something wrong with me, that I am blocking something, that I've put up a wall. I don't know if that is healthy or not. Is it a coping mechanism that is good for me? Or is it complete denial and me not dealing with my emotions? I feel and see it a bit more as what's the point in worrying about something hypothetical? It's also not a mindset that I have to force myself to get into. It actually just happens naturally. Have I reached this point because of dealing with emotions regarding this in the past? Or if it's because I've had so many scans by now, MRIs and CTs together, probably around 25 in the last 3 years. Tomorrow, when we find out the results, is just 2 days before my 36th birthday. Amore, I'm so hungry. What are you doing? When I first saw this, I thought, of course, it's just a cellar, like to store your food, or I don't know, the kind of ones that we have in Sweden. But then I talked to my neighbor and he said that this actually was a bomb shelter that was built during the Second World War, and it used to belong to the property that he now owns, which is further away. As I've mentioned before, this is not my house. I don't own it, I rent it. And therefore, of course, I'm not going to do any structural changes in regards to this bomb shelter, but I can for sure clean it up and use it for something. A tiny little room in here, kind of like the size of a small shower. It has a pole in the middle, and this is the old door. And yeah, it actually even has a light in there that works. Anyone has any idea what I could do with this? Please let me know. It would be very fun to have some ideas, some input. But yeah, instead of spending this last week in agony and worrying about what the future holds, I have been able to really enjoy this last few days, this last week. It's been proper summer. It's been so wonderful. It's been incredibly peaceful.
Not too fast.
One strong crazy bets on me. Back mid-scroll, Armageddon arcane. Walking the wild, walking the wild. Don't know why. Cosplay cowgirls and numberless chats. We're feeling just fine in our running hats. Walking the wild, walking the wild. I don't know why. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. I don't mind pretending we don't.
We need to add yours.
I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. You and me dancing on the Gideon time. Try to unplug it and turn it back on. Try to unplug but the feeling's gone. Walking the wild, walking the wild. You don't know why, don't know why, don't know why. Radio play in the cesspool stream. Rolling down numbers that used to be dreams. Walking the wild, walking the wild. And I don't know why. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. I don't mind pretending we don't see these signs. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind.
So last week I got the good news, which is that the cancer is only in my breast. It's 2 tumors in my breast and it's nowhere else. And that is, of course, incredible news. Time for a little snack break. And of course, Club Mate. Today is my last day before chemo starts again. So it's absolutely not like, oh, the last ride I can do in a long time, anything like that. It's not about that. Of course, I can still ride my bike when I'm on chemo. Not every day, but there will always be days in between when I can do that, absolutely. Today was also not about a specific destination, not at all. I am right now more or less 100 kilometers north of Berlin. I've been riding for a bit over 2 hours. I just needed to feel free. It just feels very abstract that at this time tomorrow I will just have had chemo again. And I know I should probably feel even more gratefulness, if that is the right word, for the fact that I only have tumors in my breast and nowhere else. But I'm struggling a bit to feel just grateful. Yeah, this just really sucks. It just sucks. I really, really expected and needed a whole summer without any treatment. And here we are. You can't all the time be thankful and positive that things are not worse or whatever. I can only reach that point of feeling positive and hopeful and optimistic if I also let myself feel this disappointment. because otherwise it just festers. I feel a bit down, honestly. But that's okay.